fruit.
That's a good time to start. Okay.
Hello.
This is a hindrance.
Hi.
Peace be on all of you
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
That too.
Safe. Cool.
Okay.
Sup world.
It's June the 20th, 2011. And we're in the kitchen. Want to chat? The hindrance, who are?
Issues.
Passive 6'5".
Issues.
And passive 6'5".
Basically.
I mean, issues, passive 6'5".
Nothing more, nothing, not going to elaborate on that. Just names.
Yeah, it's just names.
Just names. Okay, mine is actually an acronym, meaning pushing abstract sound subjects to imaginative variations of experimentation. 6'5".
Which refers to his height, of course, obviously.
I'm actually 6'6", but at the time I was 6'5" when I was playing, so 6'5",
In his socks.
good enough.
We keep on growing, literally. I was 5'9" at one point, and then, as time went on, I'm now 6'10".
Okay. Okay, so are we talking about anything in particular? Is there any recent developments in the hindrance repertoire?
Basically, we just released 2 albums, basically. Both, obviously, on Bandcamp. The Hindrance, the GoodAll album, that's our second and collective album, which has been constructed over the path of like 7 years. And it's out for sale right now. It's doing well, and the downloads and all that. Big up the people who actually have, have actually bought it and downloaded it and listened to it and understand where we're coming from. And that's what the hindrance is about. We're hindrance the foolishness. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Also, my solo album, Shambolique, came out on the 9th of May. And it was like a surprise, surprise! Shambolique is out!
Yeah.
Copy it! Because what we actually did, last year we released an EP, which is Hocus Pocus Damaging Brain Cells. And for warm-up, we released Ape Shh, which is like the follow-on to GoodAll. See, Ape Shh, GoodAll. Themes are apes. Once you actually study it, you will realise. And that's for Shambolique. That's my second solo album. So I just thought, release that quick. Yeah, release that quick and, just keep the buzz going.
Okay.
And it's kind of worked out well because listens, buzz, sales, downloads, all that stuff from Bandcamp is actually quite good. So we're just riding the wave, as it were.
Straight.
Okay, so you said that there's an ape theme.
Yes.
So the recent album, GoodAll, do you want to elaborate on the ape theme, maybe?
Okay. Right. GoodAll is basically Jane Goodall. We thought, why not dedicate our whole album to Jane Goodall, even though the album's not about her?
R.I.P. by the way.
Okay, R.I.P. Jane Goodall. Yeah. That's a development I didn't know about, but... Oh, wicked. Sorry, we're just fixing the sounds in the background. You have to hear GoodAll while we're talking about GoodAll.
Basically. Don't worry about editing, don't worry about editing. Yeah.
Okay, GoodAll.
Yeah, Jane Goodall. We thought this is how we came up with the album concept to be based loosely around GoodAll. Jane Goodall's speciality was talking to chimps. Not saying that what we do is talk to chimps, but sometimes when we need to communicate or express our passion and no one backs us, we just go and do it anyway. That's exactly what she did, because apparently in the 60s when she first wanted to do her funding for ape research or chimp research, no one would give her any money. None of the scholars took her seriously. They said, what's this little girl, what is she going to do, blah, blah, blah. So she just thought, get it, I'm going to go to Africa, live with a bunch of chimps, study them for a few years, come back with my findings, and turn the whole ape world on its head. Because all these scholars, with their theories, didn't realise that, she was right, and they were Well, basically they needed more studying. So what we actually did as a concept is, okay, yeah, everyone's been hindering us. Of course, we are the hindrance, so we hinder them. So therefore, why don't we just go amongst the chimps and communicate with them? That's
Okay.
basically the deal. We did that, and I think it's worked out. It's totally different to our our first group album. Also different to my solo album, and I've heard snippets of his, and it's different to his as well. So what we were trying to create has actually worked out. My personal opinion. Be your own judges. We decided to release it on Bandcamp because Bandcamp is easy because you can actually hear the whole album if you want without buying it. You can hear it till you're sick of hearing it, but if you want to take it around in your iPod and you share it, you have to download it. Plus it cuts some overheads down the line. No one got money to produce CDs as much as we would like to, but you know, who knows? Even if the sales get wonderful, brilliant, we might even put it out as a CD. Because you know, there's still some people probably our age and older just want to have something tangible to hold.
People your age. Okay.
I said our age and older.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. Youngest too.
Yeah.
So, it maybe is the way you've released the album a comment on the industry, the way it is today.
Sorry, repeat that again?
Is the way you've released the album a comment on the industry the way it is today? Maybe changing the rules?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
blatantly.
yeah.
Yeah.
To be quite
The things moved on, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we came up in an era where, you know, it was, you had to go and like sell your CDs on the street. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, the kids went and done that to the nth degree, and then police started moving them on. Now you can't do that; it's illegal. But back in the days, that's how you got your album, get your stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, you give it out to certain DJs. I'm not going to mention no names because they don't want to help. But you know what I'm saying? That's the way back in the day. It's a completely different market now. It's not about demo tapes. It's not about running to record labels like, oh, can you sign me and give me some advance money to go buy some Gucci boots? You know what I'm trying to say? It's not about that. It's about producing your music, mixing it down, putting it out there, and make sure you know who your market is and push it towards that market. It's about art. You know what I'm trying to say? People get too twisted with this quote-unquote rap game. It's not a game. You know what I'm trying to say? It's an art form. You need to understand that. So all those rappers and producers and DJs or whoever out there who thinks that, oh, you can go and get yourself a little Weezy wannabe from over, Hackney or something like that, and if you can make money with it, not gonna last long because it's fugazi, it's false, and that's what's oversaturated the market right now. Hence the hindrance. We step in and say, listen, England do have rappers, we do have beats, you know what I'm saying, and we can produce good albums, so hip hop listeners can listen to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So who's your target market then with this album?
People like us,
Okay.
free thinkers,
Weed
artists,
smokers.
not necessarily weed smokers. Like I said, basically it's free spirits, people that just tired of listening to the same mundane stuff, over and over. We're going back to an era where every album that came out was different. Not like everything, we was even talking about it, everything that we hear from 10 years ago to now, we think to ourselves, hold on, that song is actually that old. To me, it sounds exactly the same as the stuff that they're regurgitating now.
That's
so
right.
we're trying to get back to that so that, people can be like, wow, I ain't heard none of this before,
Yeah.
What's all this about? The Hindu what? The Hindu who? The Hindu where? What are these dudes about?
Yeah.
As if what and ish who? What's going on?
Yeah.
So basically, our target market are the people that actually like music, they love music, they love to hear different things, they like to challenge their their perceptions in especially music. Their perceptions in reality, like to question things. That's our target market. The questioners, definitely. Yeah. And anyone else, even the sheep, you're welcome to come along for the ride, man. You might even learn something.
But do not be, don't get his back up because we've offended you by talking about, so and so. I don't want to say certain things. You know? Don't get angry and stuff like that for the simple fact that